Is today the day we actually do some quests? I think it's probably time. I've spoken to everyone, got so many bloody chests. Got 30 quests left. Most of them are in the crossroads. There's a couple that need, that one's already done. But yeah, there's a couple that gonna need story missions to do. But yeah, let's just get into it. Let's do some story. It's time to go to Arlefan. Who are we gonna take? Let's do Lucanus just because he needs the most work done. Is that how you would say it? Wow. It looks so cool. Okay. Let's not get distracted. And there's a chest here. I know that. Maybe I can get the maybe I can do that before the quest.
Finally got the rubble cleared.
Starting to feel like
Rook, I'm told you helped feed the Hala.
Let's
If you're in the market for instruments of dismemberment,
Oh wait, how much
just so
time?
happens I can help.
I'm quite far off. I didn't realize.
Till next time.
Venatori. As if things weren't already bad enough around here.
The gods sent them. I need to know what they're plotting. Right, so we need to find these Venatori. I've got the spot Irilin marked on the map. Let's start there.
Now's your chance.
The only problem with him is that he has no healing.
This place makes the back of my eyes hurt.
This was the center of a war between Tevinter Magisters and ancient elves. Blood magic everywhere. The Magisters destroyed all of the city. That kind of magic leads to oppression.
Venatori, Irilin was right.
Let's kick him out.
Take them down! That's the last of them.
Good. Now what were they doing out here?
Looks like they set up a camp.
Let's take a look.
Okay, so from what I understand, there's a chest around here somewhere. Or maybe not. Is this not the place with the statues? What? Maybe they're not here. Well, let me do the quest and then come back.
Not sure what this is. Ballora?
It's Dalish. There's a Dalish camp nearby. If the Venatori hit them...
They could be in trouble.
Let's go. Now.
Okay, let's go. What the hell?
We've seen Venatori out here before. They're always looking for relics. I wonder if that's what the gods have them hunting for.
A relic? That seems a bit too simple. For it to just be relics.
More Venatori. Take these shots.
Looks like we got them all. But this many Venatori in Arlithan is just wrong. I've never seen
Something
it like
definitely
this.
is going on.
At least we're headed the right way. Arlithan Forest is as weird as ever. Come on. Rock seems stable enough. Let's get through here.
Oh crap. Who's that?
Bellara, there's Venatori ahead.
Galadar, stay put. We'll take care of them.
Not been in here before.
Galadar, what's happening?
The Venatori are rounding up Dalish. I locked that barrier, but some of them already got through.
Hold on. Rounding up Dalish?
There are more Dalish inside the ruins. They were camped there.
All right. Get back to Strife and Irulan and let them know.
What do they want?
Damn it. Still locked.
Rook,
That worked. Keep going.
Well done.
Time to get moving.
Bit simple.
Venatori plans are always twisted. They wouldn't come here at random. They want something.
Who says they don't...
There.
What do you want? Why are you attacking my people?
The job's done.
Not soon enough.
We still don't know what they're doing here. Let's keep looking around.
Ransacked camp. Time-tested trappings. All useless stuff, really. There's lots of cages. I guess they want elves because,
The bridge is out.
I don't know,
The other veil
slaves?
jumpers must have shut it down to keep the Venatori out. There has to be a power crystal around here.
They touched war axe. Would have been useless.
Listen, you hear that?
Someone's in trouble. Come on!
Don't round everyone up. That's rude.
Trouble on the way.
I see them! We have to end this! Leave this camp alone! Come and try!
Take him down!
You have to go through me. These are my people.
Bring them with us!
You leave now, we might let you stay alive.
No, we won't. I often knew. Now's your chance.
Come on. Why am I so bad at blocking those bloody toilet guys? Oh, come on.
There. No more taunting from that one.
Find the Dalish. What the hell? What the hell? Ah. It'll be up. It's a buff, so.
Now let's see what they've done with the Dalish.
What's that? Oh, this is the other way, isn't it? Oh, excuse me. How do I get to there then? Oh, there's this wall. I can't break that though. It's not a listed one, is it? No, because this is like a quest area. What the?
We'll get you out of there. Hang on.
More symbols, like before.
Shouldn't be hard. All right, that did it. Let's see what she has to say.
It's okay.
It's just the one of them.
I'm a veil jumper. What happened here?
That other veil jumper died making sure I was safe. She sealed the barrier before the Venatori could get me.
What about the rest of the Dalish?
They took everyone. Kidnapped them all.
Why? Where'd they go?
I don't know. Their leader said they need Dalish blood, some sort of sacrifice.
Sacrificed? Why am I not surprised?
This just got a whole lot worse. We need to figure out where the Venatori took them. Let's look around.
If they lay one finger on those prisoners.
Dead Venatori here. Nothing unusual, not much to go on.
Wonder what they're doing for the sacrifice.
Some papers here, but nothing useful. No mention of a location. Well, doesn't look like the Venatori brought many supplies with them.
They must have a nest close by. We find it, maybe we find the Dalish.
Yeah, but where exactly? Let's keep looking around. Just some mud here. But it looks like there's some kind of glass here too.
Glass? Wait a second. There's a crater nearby. Thousands of years ago, blood magic destroyed that area. All that energy turned the sand to glass.
And we know the Venatori didn't come very far.
They must have taken the Dalish to the crater.
We got here as fast as we could.
It's bad. They're kidnapping Dalish to sacrifice them.
What?
You're serious?
I wish I wasn't, but the Venatori were brutal. Those Dalish are in trouble.
I can't believe this. Sacrificing our people? Where did they take the prisoners?
The lake, the old crater.
We have to do something.
We'll find them. But it'll take time to put together a rescue party.
Don't take too much time. We need to stop this.
We will.
The Venatori have taken Dalish prisoners into Arlathan Crater, and the team must prepare a rescue mission before it's too late.
Let's head back to the lighthouse. Let's head back to the lighthouse. We'll meet the Veil Jumpers there.
Why is that blocked?
Careful ahead.
I'll make
They are powerful enemies. Right out.
They're all Ready, Rook.
I'm ready.
Okay. Apparently there's one of these statues. There's an extra one.
Careful ahead. The Imperium demands we attack.
This one.
Let's finish this! Understood.
Laura. Thanks, Lucanus.
You got them!
Ah, here we go. Oh no, I've done it. Oh no, of course it's her last bloody quest.
Venatori are gathering deep in the forest. They've brought the Dalish with them.
Not long till the sacrifices start then.
We did kill Gillinean's archdemon. The gods will want more power, and fast.
Then we strike while they're weak.
And we're not letting our people be killed.
No, we're not.
You know the gods best, Rook. The Veiljumpers are ready. Just give the word.
I'll go get Nev. She deals with Venatori the most.
Good point. We know where the Dalish are, and we know what we have to do. Let's do it.
Then we ride, and pray that fate is on our side. Go to Arlathan Crater. Nope, it's quest time.
Tell me about Anaris.
He is the light, the hope of Elvenan, the bringer of...
Tell me about the war against the Evenuris.
Even now, the armies of Anaris wage a glorious war against the...
Tell me about the armies.
The chosen of Elvenan, made pure and stripped of their want to serve the great Anaris.
So demons. He made an army of demons. Damn it, Syrian. What have you done? Oh, Rook.
Sorry, is now a bad time? I can come back.
It's not great, but later won't be better. Syrian. He wants to meet, to explain himself.
It's kind of hard to explain turning people into demons.
I know. Talking to him again, knowing what I know, it's hard. Beyond hard. And that's if this isn't all a big trap.
Listen to your gut. Would he really try to lure you into a trap?
I would have said no before all of this. The Syrian I know cared, loved his people more than anything. He kept me grounded, focused, made sure I was okay. And I took care of him, protected him because I loved my little brother and I owed him. But what he is now, who he is now, I don't know. I'd hoped the archive would make it easy. Tell me it was a misunderstanding. But Inaris is evil, full stop. And if my brother's working with him...
I know this is hard for you, but you know we have to stop them, right?
I know, I get it. He's my brother, though. The day he died, or I thought he died, it was the worst day of my life. I don't know if I can do that again.
So what are you going to do?
Meet with him.
Are you okay with that?
No, but I need to talk to him, convince him he's wrong.
And if that doesn't work?
Will you come with me?
Of course.
Thanks, Rook. Really. Just tell me when you're ready.
Hummingbird's lament.
There's something I need to do, back home.
Everything all right?
Yeah, just chasing Aelia. It brings a lot up. If you're around, maybe. I'd take the company.
Sure thing, Nev.
You know Tosh?
Good, you're here.
What happened?
A note from Viago. Katerina is alive.
What? How?
Zara's carcass told the truth. Ilario didn't arrange Katerina's death because he spirited her away. Katerina has been a prisoner in her own villa, with Ilario as her keeper.
Oh, so she's alive.
She's been kept there all this time? That's another reason to take him out.
Ilario is making his move. He's hosting the Talons of the Crows at Via della Morte. All of them.
All it's missing is some heavily armed, uninvited guests. Shall we?
As soon as we've prepared. We have to do this carefully. Ilario has to be expecting us.
You think he knows that we know about him and Elganon?
He wouldn't be avoiding us otherwise. Be ready for a trap.
It'll be slow going through Treviso.
Not for us. We're going by water, and Spide is keen to get this done.
Then let's make this a night to remember.
Okay. Still starting to heat up.
Hey, Rook. Have time for something outside the lighthouse? I was going to head to Arlithan with the sun. See a real sky again. You're welcome to join us.
Blood of Arlithan. The humming. Okay, palette of the lament. Is there a 4th level? Docktown. Let's hang out with Neve first. Just a conversation.
The Minrathous Wall of Light.
These lights, they're to remember the dead?
Unless the family lacks mages to keep them lit, or the money for one, then you're left in the dark to Vintir's subtlety. This was Brom's.
Rana's old partner.
His light was out when I got here. I should have been back sooner.
You're here now. That counts.
Not till I finish this. I'm stopping Aelia.
Looks like we had the same idea.
Rana.
He read serials between assignments. Romance. The last one ended on a cliffhanger. He was sure he knew the ending. I never checked if he was right.
You'd have liked our friend Bellara. She loves those things. Although she expects happy endings.
So did he. At least on the page.
Better chance there than here.
You're not the only one chasing Aelia. I've tracked some of her followers. They aren't quick to talk. Most said I'd be saved soon. But I did get the name of a place. Sanctum Lucican.
Why aren't you there now?
It's an old temple. A lost one. If there's a record of its location, I can't find it.
It's more than we had. I can track this down.
And you'll tell me? Look, I know who else you work with, what they might suggest, but what are you going to do?
The best I can.
Right. Docktown will see...
What, Rana? Magisters who look the other way? Bribed Templars, Venatori who walk?
They see you.
Is that all? What will that mean?
Brom's light. Thanks.
I do what I can.
But Brom, who tried to help, that mattered.
I was talking to Antoine and Epka. They can focus more on studying Blight now that Lavendel's secure.
Quest, comment. Let's do the conversation. Hey. Where does he want to talk? I'm doing good. Making zero progress, as always. Keep getting distracted. No, sorry, I mean like, distracted by side quests.
I was talking to Antoine and Epka. They can focus more on studying Blight now that Lavendel's secure. I'm glad we could help them. And Lavendel.
It's a tough little place, and overdue for a break.
A picnic, huh? Not how I figured 2 Grey Wardens would spend an afternoon.
Evka
I guess.
Antoine's doing. They told me after all the war.
I just do it when I play the game.
What's ahead? I should take a break.
I'm surprised you actually listened.
You know how sad Antoine can look?
So, what did you pack for the picnic?
Emmerich helped me brew a ginger wort truffle tea. I thought we'd see what all the fuss is about.
Has Emmerich actually tried this tea out yet?
He looked it up in some books. Says people used to drink it all the time.
And lives to tell about it?
Bottoms up. That's not bad.
It's gingery, but also garlic. Hints of mushroom, something else.
Thanks.
Well, I've never eaten a worm, but well, yeah, it is a little earthy. Wait, what? There, Davrin.
What?
Asan just talked to me.
I think she's
What did he say?
hallucinating.
No, not that. What you said before.
Emmerich said ginger wort might have some kind of magical properties.
More than might.
Maybe it affects some people more than others. You alright, Rook?
Worms to you too, Asan.
Worms?
Worms.
You wouldn't get it. It's between me and Asan.
You want to dig some up for him? Be my guest.
I'll skip that. Thanks for getting me out of the lighthouse, Davrin. And with good company.
That sound is great. Now let's deal with a less nice situation. Yeah. I'm not interested in any artwork or anything like that though. Hummingbird's Lament. Meet Bellara. Bellara intends to convince her brother to leave Anaris' service. She could use some support. Some physical support, I think.
Bellara,
You came. I am surprised.
I almost didn't. With everything that happened, I didn't want to. But you're my brother. Still. Even with all of that. Did you come? Alone?
Yes. Though you didn't.
Not after what happened to Hamuel, to Yanarl, the others.
The ritual should have granted them purity, strength. That it did not. That is my failure. I was not worthy. I will do better. I must do better. For Ornaris. For our people.
Ornaris is building an army, Syrian. The ritual worked exactly like you wanted it to.
No. Ornaris would never do that. He wants what's best for our people. It was my failure, and my failure alone.
He's a warlord. That's all he is, all he ever was.
So said the Evanuris. But the victors write the histories. He fought to make our people great. And the Evanuris fought to keep them in fetters. He showed me the world as it once was, as it could be again.
How many elves have to die to get there?
Greatness requires sacrifice.
No, that's not the Syrian I know. He's influencing you through the mask, poisoning your thoughts.
My thoughts remain my own, Balara. Why can you not accept that I chose this willingly? Through this mask, I feel what he feels. When he thinks of our people rising once more, have you ever felt the warmth of a god's happiness or the cold bite of their fear?
What is it he's afraid of, then?
I'm not sure, but it haunts him, consumes his thoughts. I must help him. Help us to face whatever it is.
So he hasn't told you what it is he's afraid of?
No, but no doubt he keeps it from me for good reason.
So you'll do whatever he says to fight some phantom threat?
There are people, Syrian. They deserve better than this. That's what you taught me. You were my anchor, Syrian. You kept me grounded. When my thoughts lied to me, you always told me the same thing. Do you remember?
This is not going to end
Your
well.
heart, Boris Shivan. It's a good heart, and it'll never lie to you. So why won't you trust it now?
I must do what I must.
Me too.
We're gonna have to stop them. Him.
I know. Come on. You've got work to do.
Maybe it's not this yet then. This seems like completely. I guess it's not unrelated. He's like the third god. Jumper's keepsake. Crisply hits shocked. Has she still not got... What's it called? God, her weapons are useless. Replenish. That's this, isn't it? Giant crush. Yeah. That's great. I guess this one has got to be like a proper thing, right?
Good. We're past the Blight and no one heard our gondola. Where to now?
We go under the bridge.
We aren't going in through a sewer, are we?
No sewers in Treviso. The streets are barely above water as it is. There's a hidden escape route. That's our way inside.
Nice.
Your house has a secret escape route, and Ilario didn't post a guard on it?
Ilario doesn't know it's here.
Why not?
Katerina didn't even tell me about it. I found it playing here alone as a boy.
Oh. Well, someone knows about it.
What the?
He let them into the house. Now I'll have to get the whole thing cleaned.
Why is it so dark? Ultimate full.
How much trouble can one kill them for the glory of Tavinta reborn?
Oh, come on.
You bet.
Bro, nice
Mention an old woman?
Katerina,
Katerina must be a difficult prisoner.
they're down.
She must be incredibly... Oh, unless she's in on it as well. I doubt it though. They're making it seem like she's not.
And here we are. Welcome to Villa della Morte.
Villa della
No
Morte.
wonder Ilario wants to inherit.
Home smells like dust and linseed oil.
Dust and linseed oil.
Don't say that when Katerina is in earshot.
See that all matters related to the accounts are sent through me. As much as we wish for her guiding hand and not mine, I will not see my grandmother's house fall to ruin.
Trouble coming.
Who goes there?
The last person you will ever see. Done. Where are the next? Everyone all right?
Yeah, so I don't see a chest. Is that on purpose?
Hey! Understood. Just say when.
You got it.
For sure.
Now's your chance.
Ready here.
Take this shot.
Oh no.
Don't worry, I have you.
Too greedy.
On the job.
They've made themselves comfortable, but we'll get them out.
Oh, did it!
So you lived here?
Hilario and I both did, until we were 18.
What about your parents?
Killed by a rival house. We would have ended up with Katerina anyway, to train. Trouble ahead. You halt!
Which is screw. Oh, come on.
Get clear. Hello, it's great.
There you go.
Ranged incoming.
No Venatori leave this house alive.
Good work, everyone.
Good work, everyone.
Stop!
Oh.
Are you alright?
They take too long to kill.
The black comes to my city, and now you want my house? On the job. Rook, hold on.
Let's get rid of this guy first.
Get clear. You gotta move.
You're right. Say the word.
That spot. Move. Watch your back.
Of course.
Oh, nicely done.
Finished.
Wow, nice work, Lucanus.
It's not looking good.
You got it.
The old health.
Hey.
God. Whoa. He blew up. At least I got this chest.
The family rooms are up ahead. First her, and then we find what we seek.
The power of the gods themselves is at our command, and we're thwarted by a door?
Trouble coming.
For the gods of Tevinter!
Oh, what a waste.
The door's been barred from the inside.
So we...
She's back.
Lucanus, my poor boy.
It did seem weird that she just died and they didn't show anything.
We can't stay here. We have to move.
Rook, blight or no, we must find somewhere safe for Katarina before we end this.
You'll do no such thing. And don't speak about me as if I'm not here. There's no time for heroic nonsense.
Heroic nonsense saved your grandson and is rescuing you now. I won't let Ilario do more damage.
Go! I'll meet you in the Opera House.
I hope she can keep herself safe.
Welcome to House de la Morte, Rook.
Okay. An old recently crumbled. We will not bicker like children.
Do you have a plan to deal with Ilario?
I've got all the chests in here, right? Ah, finally.
Lucanus.
I'm working on it. The traitor deserves no mercy. This is it. Get ready.
You have a plan now, right?
Knives are involved.
Katerina's death was a tragedy. But to get Lucanus back from the dead, only to lose him to a demon. For me, it is a deep, personal loss. And so, I take the mantle of First Talon with a heavy heart. But the crows could rise from the ashes. With our new allies, the Venatori, we could reclaim Antiva.
over my dead body.
That can be arranged.
Yield cannot overpower us both. Now you fall.
What?
Venatori, to me, honor your alliance. Now, the demon of Byzantium is here. You should have stayed dead, Lucanus. All of this is on your head.
You started this. I'm ending.
He's practically a Venatori. With those two. Oh, he's got the annoying delay as well.
Since when do you need backup, cousin? You've gotten soft.
You're in for a surprise, Ilario.
Hold on.
Look at you, Lucanus. An abomination. You used to be somebody. And you never were. Get out of there!
Hold on, Rook.
I will save Antiva from the Ant. You're just standing in my way. I know the kinds of deals you can make with demons. This is not one.
Oh.
Sorry, Rook. Nothing personal.
Laura, nice!
Why couldn't you have just died when you were supposed to?
Next time, use your own knife.
God.
There is no...
Yeah, hit him again, Rook.
Get out of there. Fall back. Leave Ilario to me.
You bet.
Right against the sidewalk.
You're hit!
Death for failure. Stay in cover.
Oh, come on. I can't miss every single one.
Right out.
Oh crap. Oh.
This isn't over.
I'm ready. Good to go.
No.
For sure. Attack for glory. Good to go. You got it.
Oh god, is he healing?
I'm ready.
Ready, Rook? On it. Sorry, Rook. Nothing personal.
I'm ready. Nice one, Brooke.
Say the word!
For sure.
Now's your chance!
Ready to go.
Say it.
What are you waiting for, cousin? Finish what you start. I already did. What am I ever going to do that is worse than this? On your knees, in front of every house.
Get up, Ilario.
Caterina,
What the hell?
naked.
No one from House de la Morte kneels.
Mierda. What am I supposed to do with this idiot?
He tried to kill you and got you imprisoned, and kidnapped the first Talon, and made a deal with the Venatori.
So there could have been a change.
Too much to forgive. But he's still all I've got. Viago, lock him up.
You think you can put me away? That is not your decision, is it? Caterina is still first Talon.
Enough, Ilario. Lucanes is first Talon now.
Ooh.
His decision stands.
You're lucky he didn't cut your throat.
Welcome home, my boy.
A toast to the new first Talon.
To Lucanis!
Dark shard. That's a good question. Actually, I'm still missing this this last one. There can't be that many chests left, can there?
Shall we make a discreet exit?
I'm ready. But are you sure? They're celebrating you.
I have other plans for the evening.
Really? You came all the way back here for coffee? The stuff in your villa wasn't good enough?
It's better if I make it myself. And I wanted some quiet.
So, first Talon of the Crows, huh? Does that mean you'll be leaving us?
No. We have a contract. Besides, she may have stepped down, but there's no stopping Katerina from giving all the orders. I still cannot believe she did that.
There's only more trouble from here on out, you know.
Good. I could use a target. Fucking Hilario.
Do you regret putting him in prison?
No. Not with Treviso in such chaos. The last thing I need is my full cousin causing more. Let Hilario sit and think on his mistakes. It may do him good.
I was surprised you spared him at all, really.
So was I. But I don't have a lot to lose. What there is, Hilario, Katerina, Nev. This team. I'm not giving that up.
A murder of crows. As Hilario declared himself first Talon and prepared to hand the crows over to the Venturi, Lucanus burst in and challenged him. The cousins battled it out before an audience of crows. When Lucanus stood triumphant, he ordered Hilario imprisoned. Anyone? Oh. Oh. Why does Devon want to chat? So distracted. I'm never going to get the quest finished, story finished at this rate.
Rook, up for a quick trip? I figured it'd be good to check in with Evka. See how the wardens are doing without us.
Quest acquired. Hope on the Wind. Oh, I've got more. As dawn breaks, a grain. Oh, that, yeah. Love in life and death. Ooh, that one's gold. Let's do this. The Grey Wardens suck, but I am one, so what are you gonna do? Ooh.
Oh, hey, Rook.
What are you working on?
Oh, it's part of that artifact, you know, from the ritual. I wanted to see how they did what they did, what it meant. Tried asking that thing, it won't tell me.
The knowledge of the great Anaris is...
A theme! Least I figured that out. How to make it go away, I mean. Damn it! We were getting through to Syrian. He almost listened.
He was listening to you, Balara, because you're his sister.
He was my brother. My only brother. And just for a moment, he was my brother again. Then he wasn't. Then he was a person I might need to... I don't think I can, Rook. Do that.
This stuff's never easy. And it never should be. You become Anaris when the hard choices don't hurt anymore.
I want to believe, to hope, that it won't come to that. And that we get through to him, somehow.
I really hope you're right.
Well, either way, we'll be able to find them.
How?
Oh, I didn't tell you. Right. The artifact. Couldn't figure out how it did it. Made those demons, I mean. But I attuned its resonance, and I'll know where they are next time, before they finish. So we can stop them. However we have to.
We'll save him. Oh, I'm here for you.
I'm here for you, no matter what happens.
Thank you, Rook. That helps. Because we need to stop him. Syrian, I mean. And if we can't convince him to step away... Rook, what you said before about us, are you sure that you still want that? I mean, with everything I've got going on, with Syrian, I mean?
Of course I'm sure. I'm here for you no matter what.
Okay, just wanted you to be sure. Anyway, I should get back. To work, I mean. I don't think we have much time.
Just that everybody? Okay, let's go to the wetlands, have a little conversation. Davrin.
Okay, let's run some more practice.
Evka, any word out of the deep roads?
Not yet. We're kicking at rocks looking for Isaiah. Anyone who knows anything about...
Griffins? Aerials of the Grey Wardens? They went extinct during the Exalted Age.
Hassan says hello.
That sounded more like he's hungry.
Just his way of saying he likes you.
Or he'd like you to feed him.
Can I ride him?
Let's give him a few years to grow. How's his training, Davrin?
Better than I hoped. We're starting to see eye to eye. Hoping it'll make it easier with his brothers and sisters when we find them.
There's more?
A whole family?
Can't wait to have them with us. After Weishaupt, the Wardens need hope. Something real, something pure. Having the Griffins at our side would be like old friends coming home.
They weren't always treated like friends.
I know. What Isaiah did won't be forgotten.
What happened?
Let's just say the Wardens didn't always take good care of them.
A mistake will never repeat. Hassan and the others will be treated like respected warriors. We'll rebuild together.
It's good to hear you say that. They deserve better this time around.
After Weishaupt, everyone gets a fresh start.
I can help raise them. And my dad can forge Griffin armor.
Hear that, Hassan? You'll always have a home with us. Let me know how it goes finding the rest of the flock, or pride, or...
How about Feather Brigade? We'll stay in touch.
Is Martin staying here?
In Lavendale, he's usually the restless type. But I'm guessing he'll stick around. What are you after today?
Maybe just take a little brief detour to the crossroads. What's this one? Heart of Corruption. Do this one first. Alright, is there anything?
I hear you're the one who got that fancy Illuvian up and running.
I did. Well, most of the way. Everyone helped out.
So tell me, how safe is it? Any reason to be worried?
Oh, you shouldn't worry at all.
So it's safe then?
No, just worrying won't help. Whatever happens would be instantaneous.
Uh-huh. That's reassuring.
Did I speak to this one?
Why are there so many undead? Something's keeping us out.
Hitting us from range. Hitting us from range.
I'm ready to go again.
Come on.
Rook, get out of there before it's too late.
You got it.
In the back.
Careful. Put them down clean.
Keep that up, Rook.
Watch behind.
The undead keep coming. There must be someone raising them.
Okay, who's raising them? Then?
You bet.
Got company.
They're in range.
Find the portcullis. That one's raising the others. We need a way through.
Great job, Rook.
Son, hit him.
Ready for a follow-up.
Spirit, Wisp.
Ranged incoming.
There. Take it out before it raises any more dead.
I'm good to go.
Okay.
A win for us.
Is there more though? There's undead here.
Get ready. Range incoming. You have to move.
Ranged incoming.
Watch for ranged attacks.
Those undead looked elven and ancient.
I've seen their armor on old frescoes. They fought for General Rivera, one of
Rivera?
Solus' allies. And the gods have raised them to stop us. For sure.
Beware the ancient that sleeps here, dweller. Death and blight have not tempered its rage.
Okay.
Corruption. Undead. I'd say we found out who's responsible.
Betrayal.
Look out!
Take it down!
Righto.
I caught my breath.
Ready here.
Back. Turn.
You bet.
drawing power from the Fade Tear.
Not just the tear, the blight.
That should weaken it.
Unfinished.
What the hell?
Hold on, bro. I'm coming. You got it.
For freedom.
Ready to go. Ready for follow-up.
Nice hit, bro.
Ready to go.
For the wall.
Nice, Balara.
I'm ready. Tell me what you need. Hassan.
His back turned.
Not again. How do we stop it?
It's weakening the Fade Tear. Keep going. That should weaken it.
I'm ready.
What am I missing?
Watch for ranged attack.
For freedom.
On your right. Ready for follow-up.
Rook, you can't take much more of this. They're in range.
A story unfinished.
What the hell?
Watch out, behind you.
Hang on. For sure.
good to go again. As you say.
He's dead.
Unfinished.
It's interesting that the blight was. That must be how they're getting in. By the blight,
They're
maybe?
gone. The Fade Tear and that Revenant. All that's left is its essence.
Revenant essence.
The Revenant's essence feels darker, more powerful. They must be protecting something big. We should look around for a
The
door that might
burden.
fit.
20% damage while at low health. Low health triggers 10%. Your health cannot go above. Ooh. It's interesting. Oh, that door, yeah.
Balara, how is it you're... the first veil jumper I've ever met?
Oh, well, we're new. Just started up recently. You know, when Arleth Forest started going all weird.
When was that?
A little bit before Elgranon and Gillenane showed up.
That can't be a coincidence.
Lines up nicely, doesn't it? Well, not nicely, but it lines up.
Over there. Another entryway, like the one that took us to that Solus memory.
Oh, right. The lab's
Another
below.
ancient elf.
You're awake. How's your head? The guards really knocked you about.
The guard?
Well, it's...
Do you remember our mission? Gillenane's lab. The wolf sent us to infiltrate her testing grounds. Things didn't go perfectly to plan, but the wolf smuggled in help. A key. If you can fight, grab the key and we'll run for it. Just be ready for whatever the witch has in store.
Okay.
She thinks I'm one of Solus's agents.
Ah, freedom. We'll move faster if we split up. See you ahead.
Okay, escape the prison.
Blight. Be careful.
Is it real blight or just a memory?
Remember, these memories pack a punch.
Oh. So what? So he was the cause of the blight, right? Or
So Gillenane was experimenting with blight and darkspawn.
Yeah.
The blight infested her lab. The memory's not over. We need to fight our way out of here before Gillenane finds us.
Wolf, you came for us. Your key was enough.
This unnatural corruption demanded my personal attention. It is strong. It has already blocked the escape route I had planned. We will need another way to the surface.
Let's all split up and find it.
I will destroy what corruption I can. You must cut through these monstrosities before Gillenane unleashes something worse.
Solus sounded rattled.
He was spooked. By the blight, I mean.
You see boundless creation and choose to destroy it? Learn respect for the life that will succeed you.
She's using the testing grounds against us.
Plus one maximum. Okay. Not there then.
Time to go.
Free! And faster than anticipated. Perhaps you and your allies warrant more study.
We've got company. We broke through to Gillen's.
I'm an expert at blight.
These darkspawn may be an old memory, but they look familiar.
Here, the blessing you.
Oh, she looks like a normal elf.
Help me!
Damn! Gillen ain't got her.
Blood! I'm burning up! Look out!
Ready for a follow-up.
You would unleash a blight on this world and call it a masterwork. You, who were the
He looks
most
so weird
sensitive
with
of us.
that.
All that I am belongs to the pursuit of creation. You chose to constrain yourself. I must climb to the heights only understood by gods. I go now to join them.
Wolf, you are greater than any of them. Please, help me.
He won't help her.
Come on. Be the god she needs. Help her.
I am so sorry I failed you.
He's gonna kill
There
her.
is only one way I can help you now.
Wolf.
This place and the corruption within it must be eradicated. No trace can be allowed to spread. Go. Your work here is done. There is no need for you to witness what I must do.
It's over. Solus destroyed the lab, the blight that was here, and his agent.
He wasn't just her leader. He was her god. And this is her reward?
This, fragment might tell us more.
Let's try and kill these things. What level is this one? I think they're 40, so should be fine.
Better be ready.
Another of those blighted fade tears. Just looking at those tears gives me a headache. Let's handle that. Corruption. Undead. I'd say we found out who's responsible. Here it comes.
Son, on that.
Ready for a follow-up.
Good to go again.
A wellspring brave.
I caught my breath.
It's healing itself, just like before.
That means it's weakening the fade tear. Stay on it.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
In darkness long lamenting.
Damn it.
That should weaken it.
Our children orphan.
I'm good to go.
Ready for a follow-up.
Like song stolen.
I'm ready.
You okay, bro?
careful now.
In darkness long lamenting.
For sure.
I'm good to go again.
Our children orphaned.
Rook's taking a beating.
No.
A wellspring drain.
No. I'm waiting for him to do something. Maybe he's not going to do it. Oh, I did it. Bloody hell.
It's healing again, and the tear's getting weaker.
Ah, that's worth a try.
Ready here.
In darkness long lamenting.
Oh no. Damn it. Why did I do so little damage? Get some better people.
Watch ahead.
Another of those blighted fate tears. Just looking at those tears gives me a headache. Let's handle it. Corruption. Undead. I'd say we found out who's responsible.
Here it comes.
I'm there. Your turn. You bet.
Light and song stolen.
children orphaned. A wellspring drain.
It's healing itself, just like before.
That means it's weakening the Fade Tear. Stay on it!
That's much better.
In darkness long lamented.
That should weaken it. Good to go. For sure.
Ready again.
You got it.
A wellspring drain.
Whatever you say.
Oof.
Someone follow up.
Light and song stolen.
Bad spot. Move.
Oosh.
You okay, Rook?
Oh, God.
Got him in position. On your left. Got it. Get clear.
Our children orphaned.
Get clear.
Okay.
There! It's healing again, and the tear's getting weaker.
Gotta be careful now.
Hitting us from range. You're hit. Range sting coming.
Our children orphan.
On to you. Righto. Ready to go.
A wellspring drain.
Range sting coming.
Oh crap.
Ready to go. Yes, Valara. Thanks, Rook. We're back.
Light and song stolen.
You got it. Finish it. Right, Lana. Righto.
Our children orphan.
No.
For sure. You bet.
Oh crap.
Got one, got one.
In darkness long lamented.
I'm ready.
Oof. That was tough. I really need to upgrade their
Fate
gear.
Tear and the Revenant are both gone, and the Revenant left its essence behind like before. These Revenants aren't just undead. There's something. This'll open the
More.
way.
Andraste's whale. Ooh. One mate. Okay. Oh god. Third one's the charm. Oh, this one's different, isn't it?
That explains the bones.
Excellent sport, Brooke.
The Revenant's awake. This one's even stronger.
Even stronger?
Good at this.
You got it. On to you. They're aiming for us. Rook's in trouble.
Unjust end. Vengeance unavenged.
Good to go again.
Where'd it go?
Right up. Got him in position. Rain.
The sun snuffed out.
On to you. You got it.
It's drawing power from the Fade Tear.
It's not. Is it healing itself?
I'm there.
A wisp of what was.
Got it.
Oh, so close.
Rook, watch yourself. Someone follow up. Be right there.
A wisp of what was.
for us.
Just end.
I'm ready. On to you. That spot, move. Behind you.
Vengeance unavenged.
Get clear. For sure. Ready, dudes? Behind you.
The sun snuffed out.
Don't just stand there. Your turn. You gotta move. Ready to go. Good to go.
Vengeance unavenged.
You got it. You bet.
Oh, it's one of these.
A wisp of what was.
Finish it. Hitting us from range. Ready here. Done.
An unjust end.
For sure. Range incoming. Let's go. Right out. Your turn.
The sun snuffed out.
On to you. Careful, Rook. Help, Rook. Good to go.
Oh, I thought I was going to do another paint thing.
It's gone. And the Fade Tear too. That'll slow down the gods' plans, at least on this island. Another Fade Tear closed, another Revenant destroyed, and another essence gained. That makes 3 essences. We should start looking for somewhere to use them. This'll open the way.
I don't like the idea. Casket shot. This weapon's light attacks are now also heavy attacks. How do I get to that?
Romance looks good on you.
Oh, that's that tree, isn't it? Let's go there.
Bad guys. Get clear. Ranged.
What?
Still alive? Still alive.
What?
Watch ahead. Here we go.
Trouble coming.
Here we go.
Finally. More of the Black City. Your ability damage is always critical. Using your ability consumes 20. Whoa. Wait. Running out of time.
There. That must be why the revenants were raised, to keep that door sealed. Time to see what the gods are hiding in there. Light up ahead.
More blight. There's no end to it.
The source?
You can feel it down there. Ready?
We're more than ready.
I'm not sure about that.
Eyes up, weapons ready.
It's gonna be a dragon.
There. It's been feeding on the blight. Destroy it before the corruption eats us alive.
Looks like we're doing this.
Okay, vulnerable to fire, thank God for that.
You got it. Someone fall out. Finish it. Don't just stand there.
Come on. god, it does so much. Has so much health.
Got him in position.
What the?
Ready again.
Nice, Valara. Finish it. Thank you.
Your turn. On your right. For sure. Now's our chance. I can't see.
That lightning.
On to you. Good to go.
That wasn't too bad.
Good work, everyone!
Corruption staunched. The Evanura cease their gnawing. The crossroads heals. A sanctum renewed, dweller, as is needed.
We did it. The dragon must have been the god's final weapon to take the crossroads.
The less blight, the better.
Let's go.
You return. We are content.
Why are you here? What do you want?
Not now. Not yet. We will show you. Soon.
This just gets weirder every time.
The deeper currents.
What's down here? Oh.
The voices again.
Delays. So much more could be accomplished from the Ventheneras. Solus raised that beacon in mockery of my own tower of learning. The disrespect.
Do not dwell upon it, Ergonon. The lighthouse is but one wonder we shall reclaim.
It will be remade, and all traces of Fen'Harel erased from its walls.
Hmm. Do they know about the lighthouse then? The caretaker's workshop? Great. We've got one more memory.
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god, the strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the Elven people? They deserve it.
The Elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
Solus killed Mythal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solus woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
So we've got all the Dreadwolf's deep, dark secrets. Anything we can use?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the Veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Algernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solus thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
Solus has caused a lot of damage, but he's not like Algernon, trying to wreck the world to rule it. He's trying to repair the damage he caused, and he knows he made mistakes. There might be hope for him.
You don't think he'll turn on us?
No, he's totally gonna turn on us. I mean, after that.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller. Almost to its end.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you at the crossroads.
How much more? At least no one wants to talk to me. Let's go speak to her, see what's up. Meet Morrigan? What's she doing? Does she know about her mother? Yeah.
Well met, Rook.
Is that where they're hiding? In that red...
How did you get here?
Yeah.
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
So, if Mythal was originally a spirit, maybe that's how she survived her body's death.
Very good. Mythal was a spirit turned elven. and when her body was struck down, to spirit she returned, her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly
is that her
amassing
mother?
her former power anew. Until once again she was struck down, on this occasion by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
Oh. So she has the memories but not the power.
So, you're the next host of Mythal?
Believe it or not, as you choose.
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
I don't think I'd recover from that.
Neither did I, at the start. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon? Or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes, The Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand direct?
Would you?
I shall. Even had I I beg you.
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
If that's what it takes.
Such determination. Have you not even a tremor of doubt?
Wouldn't do me any good.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Another fragment of Mythal? In addition to the one inside you?
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
All of that sounded great until survived the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dreadwolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solus is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand, inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mathal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other.
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanurus, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dreadwolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
Interesting. Do I... Let me at least get
a god's
check.
fragment, sharper than the whole, prevail, or be sundered completely.
We're getting close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mythal was.
Okay, yeah. That's it for now. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, to continue the story. Bloody distractions.